Knoxville, one of the great venues in all of college football, and home to the Tennessee Volunteers. And this crowd knows that when the Vols run through the tee, they are in for a show. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. The Knights will put total leather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. So the Tennessee Volunteers will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are using their best squads.
The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. On the move, it's McKinnon. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
And he's headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Volunteers! You take advantage of tendencies when you set that opening script, and man, their film study showed up there.
I think the offensive coordinator, it's almost as if he knew what the defense was going to be playing. He knew the personnel. He knew the different looks and coverages and fronts that they were going to see. And that offense, they just chop up yardage, moving down the field to score that opening series.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So UCF's offense will take the field for the first time. And both of these teams have anchors in the middle that you build your defense around.
And everybody just seems to look to these two guys when there's a big play on the field that needs to happen, right?
They're making all the calls. They're making sure that they're in the right spots, run, pass, getting everybody organized, and they do it at a high level.
Well, for him not to hand that ball off on the RPO, the quarterback obviously saw something he liked there in the left flat, but it wasn't open. As a result, it's an incompletion.
Hands it off. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide open wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Dropping back, it's Morse. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. Tackled immediately after the catch.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And this offense continues to do such a great job on third down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. Third and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been...
Touchdown, Tennessee! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's involved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And now the ball is knocked free. Kicking team's got it.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Using the quick game. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
There are bitter disappointments in life, and this would be one of them. If you have to try a field goal after getting the ball in this field position, 3rd and goal.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown ball. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, 3rd downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Makes the grab over the middle. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The Knights have their offense in high gear. Handoff from the gun. Keeps the legs moving. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to him. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
In an offense, if you're going to be successful running the ball, and I don't care who it is carrying it, you've got to have receivers that are willing to block. You've got to have guys that are willing to get involved. How about the receiver here on the stock block going and picking off that safety?
It's complete to the left. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Leaves it with the back. Finds a crease at the 20. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he makes the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Williams. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Gonna run it. It's McKinnon. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you, too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football to win games. They can run it, and they can get explosive plays because of this guy's...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Long incompletions, okay. You got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in third and short, third and medium, third and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw it again. It's caught downfield. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. The Volunteers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty darn quickly.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchup.
And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Tennessee! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On second down, wants to throw it. He finds his man. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Offense working from the pistol. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make it onto the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Wide receiver shows motion. Off play action. Coming after him. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power, you just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
A little screen to the running back. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The Knights will send out the punt unit. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, 1st down. Here's the handoff. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He now has 74 yards on the ground, and he is well within striking distance of a 1,200-yard rushing season.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal.
Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
UCF. And what do you think about that? Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
He'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense there. Offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
Got a man, it's low. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. It is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Clemson is putting on a show offensively. It feels like this one was over when they touched Howard's Rock. They're up by 17 over Pittsburgh. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Leaves it with the running back. On the move is the 30. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And a great job on the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker in the ground.
Quick completion on the out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Quick strike complete. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Vols are in the red zone. Going up top on first down. Got it! And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Touchdown, Vols! And they take it in for 6 more points. He is such a dangerous weapon as a runner. It's almost as if it makes the defense tentative because they know the slightest of errors, and he's to the house.
No doubt about it. This is a guy that's going to hurt defenses throwing the football and running the ball as well, and stresses your defense in so many different ways. So this defensive coordinator now has got to find new ways to try and slow him down, contain him. You just got to get the ball out of his hands, because when he's got it, man, he can kill you.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. The give from the gun. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Lowers those pads. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful start to things in Knoxville here today. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas amidst the smoggy smoke there at Rocky Top.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed, he's got power, he's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's McKinnon. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 3rd down coming up.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. He now has 91 yards rushing, and he is a virtual lock to have a 1,200-yard season. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Pulls and throws off the RPO.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
The Vols looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Run in the red zone. It's McKinnon. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. It's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. And the ball is picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space. So if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Of 11.
key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Volunteers line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll run the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed at linebacker. He can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to...
Touchdown, Volunteer! And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Powers ahead, gets 4. He's down at the 10.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough on the attack.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Fires into traffic, intercepted. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Single back formation, and they give it to it. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job fighting.
Touchdown, Tennessee! And the pummeling has started. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such a great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the play fake. Quickly complete. Runs through the tackle. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike. Cross
the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Gets it out fast. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. The Knights are moving quickly down the field. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Nifty little dance step. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
When you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. If he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Not just do you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. Doesn't get better than that.
3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to him. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's got his man. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Gets it to the back. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Moving away from pressure. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the 1st down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short-yarded situations, knows where that 1st down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any...
And the ball is intercepted. Got room on the return. Past the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, UCF!
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Clemson is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 34 over Pittsburgh. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Offense set on 1st down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown ball! And the route is on. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in him. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. And he can't complete the 1st pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Adams. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence. And
he's going to let one fly down the middle. And that pass picked off, bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
They'll leave it with him. Flying down the left side. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
73, UCF 20.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back. That'll be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Setting up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
The Knights will punt it away on 4th down. Makes a move. Wide open, and it's a foot race.
You know, very rarely in matchups do we talk about special teams. It's always offense and defense focused. But how about this punt return? It sets up the offense for great field position with a big dynamic punt return.
They'll go to the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around.